My name is Christian Basil. Years ago, I had an idea. I got myself a TARDIS. Took it to new places, met a lot of new people, took some great pictures, and talked Doctor Who. From Krypton Radio and the creators of the Hanging With web show, this is the legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Join me on my latest adventures and become part of the legend. Welcome, fellow Whovians, to the legend, the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil. Tonight we have a little fun activity today. We're going to be talking about Doctor Who should be in the 60th anniversary. You've seen the spoilers. Wait. Maybe I should put this out here just to be on the safe side that we are going to be...
What?
Spoilers.
Oh. Fantastic.
So we're going to try to keep the spoilers limited. I'm sure you've seen them out there, but for our friends who may not be so happy about spoilers and all that, we'll try to keep that limited tonight. But today, we are going to be talking about who should be in the 60th anniversary. Of course, we're going to get to your live chats as we're seeing everybody saying hi. And thank you for joining us tonight here at the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Let's go ahead and introduce the panel. Oh, I can't unmute my guest. So, Mark, unmute your microphone.
Sorry, I was a mid-cough.
No, that's okay. Mr. Mark Muncy from Erie, Florida. He's getting over the C word.
Yep. I had the dread virus, Roberts,
Gotcha.
and right as the new book came out, so I had to cancel a couple radio appearances, but I'm back for this.
That sucks.
Came back for this because
I know he came back for us.
So,
and don't forget their chats are on tonight. Let's see who is in the chat room tonight.
Oh
my goodness, yeah, there's a lot of people in here.
I saw a shout out to
our
Connor
hashtag
Flynn from Bigfoot Anonymous out there. So thanks for joining us tonight. So
the lovely Nico Bat says Wolf is making an appearance already. So might the Silver Cloak, the one still alive anyway, be able to help solve one last mystery? That would be awesome out there.
Yeah,
and
we definitely love the Classic Who in the new one. We've already got a couple already announced. So,
and the Reverend Armagon, please go ahead and subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's just started it. He's our hashtag guru, Tom Kosak, and he is starting his own YouTube channel. So give him a chance and a shout out. And as we continue along the way, we bring in Mr. James Enstall from Geek to Me Radio. How you doing there, James? It's been a while, man. How you doing?
It's good. Things have finally been a little less busy, so I'm happy you were able to have me back on. I appreciate it.
We're happy to have you back out here there, sir. Well, thank you for joining us. I can't wait to get to your no, it's Mark's, but yours. I like yours as well. I like everybody's.
Okay.
This is a very interesting take tonight out there. Speaking of an interesting take, because I'm a horrible segueist. Hey Kevin, how you doing?
I'm a very interesting take. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly. See, I meant that as a compliment. See,
Yeah,
Kevin,
there you
how
go.
you doing? How's the podcast going? How are things going in life? It's been a while since you've been here since. So thank you.
Yeah, I guess there's been a lot of stuff about the conventions recently, which is great, but I'm not down there, so I can't really do much to help you guys. I'm really glad you guys have been so active, though. You've been doing a lot of great shows and really getting a lot of awesome support, which is great.
Yep, we did. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. We did the MegaCon show. We did our 10th anniversary live at MegaCon. We were the first podcast, the first people to be on their creative stage. They just made that. Not for us, but they're going to expand out a little bit out there. But to be the first panel on their creative stage was very nice. And speaking of which, I'll explain to you why I'm discussing that, because something about next week, hopefully everybody will enjoy. And you make all of our thumbnails. So if anybody who loves the thumbnails that you see up here, make sure you write out to Kevo. Let me take that down so you can see at Kevo Really on the Instagram, and Kid Riot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, Kid Riot out there.
Yes, we went on a brief hiatus because our main artist was transitioning, and now, post-pandemic, or, this stage at least, and, everything calming down, we're starting to get into revitalizing it. So, yeah, KidRiotComics.com.
Got it there. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com, The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. As I promised last week, when we surpassed 2,200 subscribers, I would show you our new girl, Summer. And I did. And if you're lucky, Summer might be coming back. But right now she's out in the living room playing. So speaking of which, I have no segue for this. So Melina, welcome back. How you doing there, love? Give us
cats.
Hello, everybody. Like maybe fighting. I don't know. Just I look like a ghost right now. I look like Casper, but
you look good.
It's the best fighting I could get. I don't know how to YouTube. I don't know how to do podcasts.
I don't either. It's fine.
but look who's behind me.
I know. And could we be hinting maybe something that you'll be discussing later on tonight?
I honestly don't even know like what we're talking about. So I don't know.
Well, let me reiterate it to folks out here. What we're going to be talking about tonight, and especially our discussion, is Doctor Who should be in the 60th anniversary. The reason why I brought this particular episode up is because I want to come up with ideas of having some fun. The catalyst would be Mr. Neil Patrick Harris himself is going to be in the 60th anniversary. All we know is that he is the villain. And yeah, he looks really angry in this one out there. He is going to be the antagonist in the show. And we are still hearing rumors and spoilers and such. We're going to try to keep them minimal here. If we accidentally slip up and say a few, we apologize. But this is something I wouldn't say this is a spoiler, because they made a big announcement on Bad Wolf social media, as well as Sony and Doctor Who. So we all know Neil's going to be out there, and he's going to be playing a bad guy. The only thing I think there's a spoiler is that they were talking that this was going to be possibly multiple episodes, not just one. Somebody even mentioned 6. So yeah, they're really going to stretch this out. I don't know how big Russell T is going to be making it, but this is the man who inspired this episode. It would be a Neil Patrick here.
Funding it, so right? Sony is funding it, so
Sony Pictures, yeah, they're funding the Sony.
To a degree.
Yeah. Bad Wolf bought Doctor Who, or at least Russell T Davies took the creative stance. I'm trying to get this right, so if anybody goes out there and wants to create me, he's taking the creative rights for Doctor Who. BBC is still the distributor,
right?
But they still kind of have their hands on it. But Russell T has full extent, and he bought it for Bad Wolf. Bad Wolf was bought by Sony, so now Doctor Who is a product of Sony. If I get that wrong, please let me know. But that is the case. And it's got a budget. It's got a budget. It's got a new doctor coming in. We're all excited about Ncuti Gatwa being the 14th Doctor in the series. I never thought I'd live to see the day that I would say, yeah, the 14th Doctor. And not be like part of a joke or a spoof or a comic book or something like that. So here we are at the 14th Doctor. So just to give you an idea of what's going on out here, Kevo, you told me you wanted to be the first person up on this.
Yes.
So to give you an example of what we're going to be doing tonight, Kevo, take it away.
Well, I wanted to be first on this one. I normally get chosen at random. Every time I'm on this episode, I'm randomly chosen to go first. But I wanted to volunteer this time because, as you mentioned, I make the episode images, and I actually had an ulterior motive when I was creating this one. Ever since the casting of Neil Patrick Harris, I have been pointing to the fact that Russell T Davies is the kind of producer who loves calling on actors that he's worked with before. And Neil Patrick Harris is a perfect example of that, having been in his award-winning drama, It's a Sin.
Right.
And so I think that in looking at casting for future Doctor Who episodes, we need to be looking at people that Russell has been working with. So all 15 of these people are people Russell has worked with since leaving Doctor Who. The bottom row are all just big name people that now we have inroads with. Like we could finally get Hugh Grant on the show, Emma Thompson.
If you don't mind me, let me show people what you're talking about because you sent this to me earlier. There you go. So, and we might be talking about this in our when we go to our after party, we may even include them in the discussion. But go ahead, Kevin. I'll let you lead. Take the way on here.
The top row is all people that were on the show with Russell while he was on it. The middle row is all people who have all been on the show since he left. And all of these characters are people that could return as their characters. So there's like so many actors we should be looking at, thinking about who he might be pulling from. But the actor that I chose, I was going to say Hugh Grant, because I would love to see them finally fulfill those 20-year-long rumors of him appearing on the show. But then I noticed the actor Jonathan Hyde having been in A Very English Scandal. And this guy's been in like everything. He's from Jumanji, Titanic, The Mummy, and he's never been on Doctor Who before. So I would love this.
Yeah, but I'm going to stop you right there for just a second for two reasons. One, I'm going to tell the audience that everybody who made a selection, I put the actor or character's name in, and then I wrote the word Doctor Who after it in the Google search and picked the first picture that came up for everybody. So this is going to be a surprise to Kevo what picture I picked. But when I talked to Kevo earlier, Jonathan Hyde, I said, he looks so familiar. And then I started reading his IMDb as, oh God, he's like Hugh Laurie. He's been in every freaking thing out there. But Kevo, here is your choice right there. That's what came up when I typed in Jonathan Hyde Doctor.
What is that from?
I don't know. I think,
That's funny.
Sherlock Holmes.
He was the butler in Richie Rich.
Yes, he was a butler in Richie Rich, and like you said, he was in Jumanji. He's been in a couple other things.
Yeah, he was Mr. Ismay.
Was in Jumanji.
He was the designer of the Titanic, right? He played that character.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, he was one of the owners. The designer
was
was
one of the
Barber.
Bruce Ismay, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, that's what Jonathan would look like if you type in Google search Doctor Who, and that picture was just perfect. That is from Sherlock Holmes. So why would you pick Jonathan? I know what you picked, but why would you select Jonathan out of everybody who you had out there?
Just because he's such a prolific actor. He's one of those people like the top two rows there are all people who have been on Doctor Who before, because so many people have been on Doctor Who already.
Yeah.
But somehow this guy has never been on it. It's just crazy. And I really loved him on the animated series Troll Hunters, which was from Guillermo del Toro. He played sort of a character. How did I describe him? Snape meets someone. I forget. But like, Spike. Snape from Harry Potter meets Spike from Buffy. Like this very, erudite sort of villain, but sort of ally. And I didn't even know that he was the voice actor for that character. So that was what was like, oh my God, he needs to be on Doctor Who.
Okay.
There's so many actors who have been on it 3 times already as different characters.
So that's going to be a terrific pick out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he is what I call the Hugh Laurie effect. If you've seen him in one thing, you've seen him in practically everything he's actually been in, and he's always that character actor who just shows up and you're just like, I think I've seen him before, but I don't know where he came from. So yes, that would be a very fun pick, and that I would. Yeah, as Nico Bat said, I'd watch it. And saying hello to everybody is Carl Witzman. Thank you so much. Guys, we're going to go to a commercial break. You have an idea. When we return, we'll get to your chats, and we'll continue on going down this line. And you'll be surprised for some of the picks that we have. When we return, please continue to stay logged on, tune in, and become part of the legend. Here we go.
We are a touring acoustic duo crashing kitchens around the country. We go from house to house every Friday night, and we create music, we create food, a good time, we stream it live, and we do it for free. So now we're just really kind of like trying to develop it and build a community group that people believe in, then they'll help us. So we played from our rehearsal room, we played from the bathroom, thankfully that didn't catch on.
I probably played guitar in my room, not for anyone, in front of anyone, nobody heard, for probably about 10 years.
And then one Friday night, we played from the kitchen. It's the main place people want to be. It's where the food is, it's where the drink is, it's where the best lighting is. You can go to any party and I guarantee you, the kitchen is going to be popping.
Our ultimate goal, I think, would be to crash kitchens every Friday all around the world.
Before we continue, we just want to make sure, because we might end up doing this.
What?
Spoilers.
Fantastic.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil. Sorry, Kevin. I didn't mean we got a good. Could
have been so much worse.
And welcome back there, folks. Tonight we're in discussion who should be in the 60th anniversary. I'm here with Mark Muncy, James Langstall from Geek to Me Radio, Melina Vader. You can check her out on the TARDIS Zone as well as
my channel. Hello, Melina Vader.
Melina Vader. But I want to get them also where you're also popping up in there. The Spacebook.
Spacebook
with
mm-hmm.
Kevin Riley. Kevin Riley. Kevin. I don't know. I just Riley.
I have a new alias now. That's great.
There you go. Really. And
I got called Gavin once.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't look like a Gavin to me. I like Kevo a lot. Let's see here in your chats. We've got the hashtag guru himself, Kevin Tom Kosak. See, I'm getting names weird tonight. I would love to see Lisa Merriman appear and others from Big Finish to bring the canon in. I
Agreed.
I think it's time for her to show up on screen. I totally think it's time for her to show up on screen. I see a lot of this coming out over here. Susan.
Yeah.
Overdue.
Overdue. Yeah, way overdue.
Yeah.
And,
I'm still hoping Trevor Baxter bring back Jago, Henry Gordon Jago. Let's get him, since we already lost, Professor Lightfoot. Let's bring in let's bring in Christopher Benjamin, since we lost Trevor Baxter.
Gotcha there. And we got John Brewer over here. Don't forget to subscribe. YouTube.com, The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Help us get to 3,000. We are about a little less than 1/4 of the way there. Greetings and salutations from John Brewer. We got Ramona, always saying hello. Thank you, Ramona. Nico Bat. Good evening, Dan. They're all talking to each other now. He might be the last. And Tom's got a hashtag for Ramona. And everybody's saying hi tonight. Hi, Captain Sebo? What? You guys are just whatever. Guys are crazy. Oh, Mark, what are you doing in there?
Man, you're going all the way back to the beginning of the.
I know. I
Come
was
on,
catching
dude.
up out here. I didn't hear the TARDIS landing. What? Sorry about that, Rob. Thank you for joining us. Everyone call it All the Doctors episodes. Yep, Rob. Thank you for joining us. I see somebody here. Bigfoot Anon? Here from Muncie's.
I'm big with the tinfoil hat crowd, gang. I can't help
Got
that.
it. Don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Chicka wow wow. You guys are just going wacko over there. That sounds like something I'd write.
Melanie's not there to control them.
I know. So I got to do it myself.
Guys, just because Mom's not here.
Enjoy the show. Not talking monsters tonight, talking Doctor Who. Julie, hey there again. I think the Silver Cloak should be in it with Wilf. Andrew Thomas, hey there. I don't think I've seen you before on here. I hope to see some of the living classic doctors in the 60th Doctor Who special. And I think a lot of people have that consensus, Andrew, that they want to see all the doctors back out there. I just met Sylvester McCoy this year at AwesomeCon, and he was cool. I've seen him. I was a handler for Sylvester McCoy at one point, and I got to tell you some night, Andrew, how that went. Jimmy Banthral, hi there. Hello, my fellow Whovians. Thank you, Jimmy, for joining us. Thank you. And Melina's joining up in the chat. Welcome there. And then everybody's just saying hi at this point out there. Cheers from Miami. Hey there, Paul Kelly. Thank you for joining us there. Again, if you want to be part of the chat, just go ahead and start chatting, and we'll get to your top comments right away. Shadow Proclamation is in the beginning of all. Okay. Jimmy continues. It says, I was born December 17th, 1963 at 10:47 p.m. He will be the master. Well, gotcha there. Spoilers. I am the walrus. Get out of here. Losing it there. Like classic Doctor Who.
PD's in the chat. My friend PD's in the chat.
PD's in the chat?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yay! Oh my goodness, we got the TARDIS Zone folks coming over here. Noel's in the chat. Yeah. I will get to you there. Let me go ahead and put the cutoff in here in just a second there. Andrew, co-production Bad Wolf and BBC. Just so happens Sony part owns Bad Wolf. Okay, so they partly own Bad Wolf out there. Christian, my wife, bought me a ceramic traveling TARDIS. I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago. Kudos to your wife. She's awesome. And then Carl jumps in and says hello. So, yeah, I'm still like 20 minutes behind on the chats out here. So without further ado, Mark, why don't you go ahead and take over and tell us your selection? Boom.
Oh, well, I figured with Sony money, it could be anything. And so my immediate thought was, well, because of the Marvel universe, that they would totally do Dr. Michael Morbius and bring in the Doctor Morbius and meeting the Doctor. But I just thought that would actually be funny, just because Morbius has become the meme. But there is no man that could better.
I love your choice. I'm sorry, don't let me cut you off.
No man who could ever be better on anything. I put him. He is. Kevin Smith always talks about Ben Affleck being his Jaws the shark. He would cast him as the shark. He would cast him in everything. Well, there is one man I would cast in everything, and that is the man himself, the great Bruce Campbell.
So it's Sam
Yes,
Raimi.
love it. Love your selection.
Now remember, the Google search was Bruce Campbell Doctor Who, and that showed up. I've seen this picture before.
That's great.
Yeah, that is as it should be. We could maybe even get Sam Raimi and Ted Raimi to guest star, in little bit part. All he's got to do is hail to the Doctor, baby, and we could throw in. I mean, he's even got a cameo in the new Doctor Strange movie. So this guy would be the center of the multiverse of madness. He would be incredible to be on, in any part he can do. And he's got that great gravitas. He's got that great character actor skills, and he just has fun with everything he does. So he's got the slapstick down, but he can also play it serious. He's played villains. He's played good guys. So, throw him in the episode. Just ask Bruce Campbell. He doesn't even need to be a part. It's fine.
Yeah.
So Sony money, let's make it happen. We'll get Sam Raimi and we'll get Ted on it. We'll get everybody on it.
Up. There you go.
Yeah, and that's
a little further south.
We'll
there
get them all in. There they are reading Erie,
Oh
Florida.
my God.
So,
all of them were there?
That's all of them there. And there's Bruce over in the back corner. You know,
It's
so it was too
amazing.
much fun. And come on, let's get them. Let's do this. Let's make it right. You know.
All right, team. We got 2 of them already. We're talking Sam Raimi and Jonathan Hyde. Anybody have any discussion on those 2? What do you think about those 2?
I just think it's awesome. I love the selection so far. I think it'll be really cool. I like the idea of Bruce Campbell. I don't know. It's like I can see him something like you remember. Have you seen Xena and Hercules? Because
Exactly. Yeah, those
Yeah.
Metallicas in there.
like that, like playing a personality like that, man. I think it's gonna be so.
Oh, wait a minute. I got it. Doctor, companion.
Oh, there you go.
Either that or Doctor and future Doctor.
Or Doctor and
Master.
Master. Let's make Bruce
Two
Campbell
doctors.
Master. I'm good with that.
Doctor and Master? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would totally be down that. He'd be like the next Eric Roberts Master. He'd totally be good for that. So
I would love it. I would
Totally.
love it. Yes. Oh, there we go.
Totally.
Cheers. Jimmy Branthwell. Okay. I wondered what would happen if the Doctor had shown up in Scooby-Doo asking for their
hey,
help.
they did it
Yeah,
on
where's that
Supernatural.
crossover?
Why not?
Zoinks.
Yeah, especially with the new, didn't they bring back the series? What?
Yeah. Oh, Scooby Doo still they do movies.
Why
every
can't
year.
13
It's
show
all
up
over the
over there and
place,
ask
yeah.
for help?
I know
Good
because
grief.
Scooby has done a lot of like how do you say I forgot like not should I say cameos or guest stars?
Yeah, the guest stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
had
did
a lot
a
of stars.
they did a video last year that had Bill Nye and Elvira and a bunch of other characters. So
Oh,
you know,
nice.
let's
They had Elvira.
we could have the Doctor in there.
Adam's Family. They had
Hey, Mark.
so many like little guest stars there. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we got yeah, Mark. Yeah, we got message, and I just want to let everybody know. Yes, if you've seen that commercial for Worlds Apart, even though it started back in 2020, 2021, they're still going to be releasing it. We're going to be playing it. We're just waiting for them to make sure that they've got everything. Everything's working in proper order out there, but you can still get your Pandex, you can still get your cards and get ready to play the game out there. Say hello to Sarah Fisher. Cheers, everyone. Good vibes. Yes, thank you to Sarah for joining us tonight out there. Jimmy continues, I would love to see you all in different Doctor Who stories. Okay, let's do it.
Like us, like this family.
Yeah,
I guess, yeah.
let's do it. You know, I'll do
That
an
would
old
be
unit story from the 70s. I'll hang out with the brig.
Susan, Joe, and the 8th Doctor, not online content, but in the show, please.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That-
Let's get Joe back.
we got a lot. We got a lot of talk to that. Susan needs to be in New Who somewhere. She needs to have some influence somewhere. Where is she out there?
And what we had Joe in the in Sarah Jane, but we haven't had her. We haven't had her in proper Doctor yet. So.
Okay, wrenching.
No problem, PD. Yeah, no, I usually have help, but unfortunately they're busy tonight, so I'm doing all the work for their PD Rich, and join them over at the TARDIS Zone, the official TARDIS Zone on the YouTube channel, and you can say hello to Noel over there. He puts out stuff, talks about the rumors and everything, and gives his take on it. So make sure you subscribe out there. Minnie the Menace back for another pinch of the Doctor's ham.
Ham, never heard that one before.
I don't either, and that sounds like an innuendo. Anyway, Mark, do you think they should parody the 60th like they did the 50th?
Oh, like the 5-ish Doctors reboot. That
Yeah,
was
of
great.
course.
I would totally be down with that. If
Yeah, of
they
course.
get in with the regular, they got to do something like that. So.
And PD continues, hey, Noel, yeah, you go. Yep, give them a subscribe out there for my friends. I'm from Sonoma Coast. Oh, cool beans. I like this. I love it where everybody tells everybody's it's like our friends over in the UK. They're up with like a bit until midnight watching us. I'm like, you guys are crazy, but hey, if you guys want to stay up, I'm not going to stop you. I want River back now that she is done with Discovery of Witches. Is she?
Yeah. I mean, the show's done.
Yeah,
The show's done.
and yeah, her character's out of it. So I guess everybody's out of it. So
Got it there. Well, before we go to commercial break, let's go ahead and bring on James. All right, James, you had a character. Who would you want to bring to the 60th anniversary? I loved everybody's choices.
After hearing everybody else's choices, I almost feel like I misunderstood the assignment because I'm just kind of I'm not thinking big Sony money or some other actor who should be over there.
No, I like your choice because
Okay.
Well, I mean, everybody's choice was cool, but it was, it doesn't have to necessarily be outside the Whoniverse or inside the Whoniverse. We just it was just some fun to take because Neil Patrick showed up, and it was like
Right.
never thought Neil Patrick would end up on Doctor Who, but he's there, and I'm like, okay, so where else can we take this? What actor could fit in it now that we got Sony budget? So who would you bring to the table, James?
So I was thinking of companions, and when I think of all the companions the Doctor has had through his various incarnations, my very favorite companion, no holds barred, has always been K9. So I would love to see K9 come back in the 60th.
Yes.
Now I have to
companion
ask
ever.
James, is it K9 of the series like in School Reunion, or the one with, I think it's the Australian spin-off with the upgraded version? Which one would you go with?
I'd go with classic, like from the one with where Giles was the vampire monster. That episode with the Tennant
Yeah.
Doctor, and
Yeah.
that's
School
the
Reunion.
K9 I wanted.
Got it. There you go. So there's K9 there, and the chats are just keep going away there. What do you guys think about K9 making his comeback to Doctor
yes.
Who?
John Leeson would be honored, and he can still do the dang voice 100%.
Yeah.
So
Long live his
as he
voice.
goes on Big Finish every couple months. So, and you would probably have to tie it with a little bit of the Sarah Jane run because he came back for that. So
Yeah.
and since they made Sarah Jane continuity, and Russell ran Sarah Jane Adventure, so of course he'd be happy to bring K9 back.
John Brewer is saying William Russell to return as Ian. I'm like, that man just ages like fine wine. He still looks just as handsome as he did the first day in 1963 when he took took the series on there. And I'm just like, I hope he's doing okay. I think he and Barbara, I can't think of her name right now, and everybody's going to excoriate me that I don't know her name. Susan.
Yeah.
Susan, who plays Susan? Come on, help me.
Carol Ford.
Caroline Ford. I mean, what aren't they ranking up in their 80s and 90s, and they're still kicking it? And even I think William Russell played a cop in the opening scene of the 50th anniversary. So why not play something like that? That was him.
Wow.
He was the cop that walked around the school. Yeah. I believe that was him.
The joke about the cop walking by the
junkyard
in the first episode.
Exactly. So that was a nice mirror. That would be something. Could we do something for the 60th where he's walking around out there? So there we go. Yeah. Oh my God, that would be great. This is my boomstick and sonic boomstick. That that would be dangerous. That would be totally dangerous out there. And Big Bang Theory. What about Patrick Stewart?
Finally.
Yep. That'd be overdue too.
Stewart. Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
I would love the entire TNG cast in the same episode, but it's not at all Star Trek. It's like even historical, but that's the one they all show up for, is the same one.
That'd be fun, like they did. What was that show, Gargoyles, where they had like every single TNG member as a voice cast member. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yes, Gargoyles.
So they all did a voice cameo, so why not? Let's have them all show up. Yeah. You could Galaxy Quest it. They could be at a con. And
oh my God, that'd be so amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, they would do that in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Back in time to the Mark Twain era, and they take that Star Trek episode Times Era where Data gets shot back, and the Doctor shows up in Mark Twain era, not realizing they're from the future. That's what.
Okay, but then I definitely need. Good,
Russell, you better be listening.
Yeah, because he's got the money for all this budget that we're trying to kill. Speaking of budgets, we got commercial break. When we return, we're going to continue our discussion with who should be in the 60th anniversary. When we return, please continue to stay logged on, tuned in, and become part of the legend.
Meet the Doctor.
I'm the Doctor.
But not the one you were expecting.
All right, sexy. It's time to go home.
Doctor Who Velocity. Streaming now.
Hi, my name is Jamie Engel, critically acclaimed author of The Toilet Papers, Places to Go While You Go, a short story collection suited to match your bathroom needs. Only have to go a little? No problem. I've got stories under 1,000 words for you. Far from poopin'? I've got you covered. with stories over 5,000 words to keep you occupied, while your latrine stays occupied. And that's not all. The Toilet Papers is endorsed by the fine folks from Squatty Potty, the stool for better stools. But don't take my word for it. See what Dookie the Squatty Potty unicorn has to say on YouTube. You won't be disappointed. Well, I've got to go, but you can grab your copy of The Toilet Papers on Amazon in ebook or print, or get an autographed copy from me at therighteangle.com. And don't worry, I promise I'll wash my hands first. The Toilet Papers. You might just stay in the bathroom longer than you need to.
Join author Gary Zeiger for an animatic short film based on his Breakaway Stingray novel series. Watch this animatic short based on the novel Stingray, You Can't Hide Forever at stingrayseries.com. In Stingray, You Can't Hide Forever, Captain Epsilon is putting the band back together to rescue his protege's little sister from the evil conglomerate, while keeping his state-of-the-art warship, Stingray, out of their hands. Watch as the adventure unfolds in the groundbreaking animatic short at stingrayseries.com. Then, join the crew of Stingray with the next novel in the series, Stingray Prophecy, where Captain Epsilon and Dr. Zubre are pivotal players in an ancient prophecy. Can they reunite the people of two worlds before they destroy each other? To learn more, visit stingrayseries.com.
My microphone's acting up. So if anybody can anybody hear me on that?
Yes. You're on. You're live, Christian.
Right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil, and we are talking about who should be in the 60th anniversary. We're getting to your chats, or at least the best way I can do without Melanie or Dave at this moment. So thank you for joining us tonight. We really appreciate that. I'm here with Mark, James, Kevo, and Melina. Speaking of which, Melina, you are up. Who did you decide would be your choice to be in the 60th anniversary? You know what? I kind of cheated. There you go.
Yeah.
So
I get the better
that's
picture.
it. That's the stream. I'm out. That's it.
That's
all I have to say.
It wins.
We can all wrap it up.
That's it. This is the end of the episode. That was
after
it.
Party. That's it. This is it.
We go to the after party now.
This is him, and
Case closed.
And I got reasons here. Let's see.
Oh, geez. You got a book.
Yeah. I'm writing a book about it too. So let's see this chapter.
Is number one the eyebrows?
The eyebrows. The eyebrows is gonna make the first appearance, like they did in the 50th. So they need to do the same thing on the 50th.
Yes.
But seriously talking, he is just, first off, I miss him. I really do. I think the universe really does miss the 12th Doctor. And I think his speech was probably the most heartbreaking, especially when he said, "Doctor, I let you go," because I never let go of my doctor. I could never let go of him.
Oh.
I can't. And I don't know. There's always going to be rumors you're going to see on Twitter and everywhere and Discord and wherever you're going to see it on Facebook. But, I mean, there was rumors going on that David Tennant was going to come back.
Uh-huh.
There's still rumors going on about Matt Smith. And that could be a great possibility, but considering that Peter Capaldi has two projects he's working on. Well, actually, he's done the Devil's Hour. Now he's filming Criminal Record. If I'm not mistaken, he's filming that right now. So it's just and he has a project going on with James Gunn. And I'm not sure if it has anything to do with The Thinker. I don't know. I don't know if it's The Thinker or another series or something. But I just miss him, and he really was a great doctor. And not to be biased, because I love all my doctors, but I think Peter was the best doctor in a sense that he mixed like the classic Who, and yet he's he's never forgotten or discarded the New Who. You know, he added a little bit of everything, of Eccleston, of Tennant and Smith.
Yep.
And for me personally, now again, I'm not trying to be biased because hello, but
too late.
sorry. But
he's got the magazine and everything.
He's a great doctor. He's a great actor, and I don't for him to come back and no, I'm sorry, but the performance that he did, like in Heaven Sent, for me, that's top. That I never doubted about him. But if you ever had doubts about him, watch Heaven Sent. That guy broke me. That really did. I mean, the way he performed, just like monologues that he did, and the going through the the mourning process and everything, that man broke me. And I think that for him coming back on the 60th, I think it will bring a lot of joy for the Capaldi army, which I'm part of. So
I'm going to say this: I don't think they gave Peter enough.
Exactly.
I think he just fell off story wise and everything. He just kind of.
Well, he lost a year because they were filming that last season of Sherlock.
Right.
And so he literally lost a year of his tenure. So they owe him anyway. So
Jimmy says, I met 12 at Comic-Con
San Francisco,
I guess, and got a high autograph. Cool.
I miss him in Comic Cons. Like he's like, I heard that he will stay there for hours until until he has the opportunity to sign every autograph and meet with every single one. But I think me, again, personally, I'm not trying to be biased, but we really do miss him. And I felt like he was so good that I think we wanted more of him. And that, like I said, when he said, "Doctor, I let you go," that was very heartbreaking, because to let go of an amazing doctor like that.
I'm hoping for the 60th. If he comes back, we definitely need a moment with 12 and Donna, because the amount of sass in that episode would be awesome.
Oh, that would be epic.
Oh God, that would be so amazing. I mean, I think there's no doubt there's going to be chemistry there, and it's going to be amazing between Catherine Tate and Peter Capaldi, because they're both great actors. I mean, there's a great chemistry between Catherine and David.
Sure.
I can't imagine between Catherine and Peter. That would be so amazing. Gosh.
He will just turn to the 10th Doctor and goes, "She always like this."
Exactly. That'll be fun. That's the great fun.
I remember this. I don't want to remember this. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And everybody join us on the YouTube channel. I see our YouTube subscribers went up, so thank you so much for joining in on our episode out here. Let me go ahead and get back to the chats, which have been just going off the chart. I think I need a picture of this person, but Sarah Fisher says Mark Rylance would be great in Doctor Who universe.
Google time. I don't know who Mark is.
Yeah, didn't ring a bell for me.
Kev, are you on that?
Yeah.
Sure. We'll get back to you, Sarah. I'm gonna have Kevo look it up and see what we know about him out there. But thanks for the suggestion out there. We'll check him out. Anthony Hopkins as the Valyard, as a cheesy cameo from Campbell, perhaps.
There you go. Anthony Hopkins would be good, but I think he's pretty up there too. I don't know how well he'd do on a cameo. It'd have to be very much Tom Baker-esque, where it's just a walk on, walk off. So
possibly he just goes in there and he just
Ron
sits down.
Howard? You mean Ron Howard, the director?
I think so, Jimmy. I just want to confirm. Yeah, he's an actor. I just
travel with the dog, but he was an actor. Now he's a director.
No, it's
He's
just
done a bit of
crazy
both.
to hear that, because
I
know him from Happy Days as a kid.
Yeah,
exactly.
Are we talking about young Ron Howard? Or are we talking about current?
We're talking about modern Ron Howard. Why not? He could.
Just in general.
I just want to know what Jimmy was
He's
addressing.
producing the new Willow TV show, so we could have a Doctor Who Willow crossover. So
yeah,
that'd be fine. So
Ramona,
we're bringing Warwick Davis.
Ian Mikawan. I think I got that right.
I think that's.
We get Ron Howard. Maybe we could just get one of those Arrested Development voiceovers as the Doctor goes through his adventures.
There you go. Yeah. I'm loving it.
and not just as the horse. Okay. Jonathan Hyde is a great character actor. He would be excellent. Yes,
That'd be
bring back Minnie the
The
Menace back. And Edward. Hey, Edward. Bring back William Russell even as a yeah. Got to. I think if he was in the 50th in the opening, he should be in the 60th somehow in the opening. I don't care what
That'd
he's
be
doing
great.
there.
Yeah.
James, love the Titans poster behind you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. Marv Wolfman and James Prez both signed it at a convention, so.
Nice.
The mere fact you had a big question mark on your head when you thought about it, I was like,
Titans and Doctor Who. I was like, there are Titans and Doctor Who, but I just realized, yes, my brain is not working tonight. I apologize.
We got a request, James. If you can get closer to your microphone or turn it up, it's coming in a little faint. That's all.
Is that better?
A little bit, a hair better. We'll do our best.
I'll work with it.
Of course, everybody's classic K9, not the dingo.
Gosh, I kind of didn't
K9.
hate the Australian one. It had its moments. So
I never
had
thought
something-
of that before, though. The dingo thing because of Australia. That's funny.
Yeah.
Not the dingo. I would love to see the latest version of K9 that wasn't shown on TV. I think we could upgrade. Do you think we should keep the same K9 or should we upgrade and just tweak them a little? Not probably the dingo version, but
they upgraded him for the Sarah Jane Adventures a little bit. And,
Yeah.
So you could have fun. I like giving him a USB slot. That's a great idea. Yeah.
The doctor needs to charge his sonic screwdriver and just plugs it into K9. That would
Yeah.
be awesome. That would be totally awesome. K9 meets Aussie K9 and blows him up. There you go. I added that. Sorry, Jimmy. K9 would be perfect. You should meet 14 and have new adventures. Yep, that would be great.
There you go.
Have the 60th be an entire season so that as many classic and new guests as possible can be allowed to appear. You know what?
I mean, I'd love to see Louise Jameson and Lala Ward come back. You know, get some of Tom Baker's old companions because Romana and Leela. I mean, they're still amazing on the Big Finish stuff.
Yeah.
And why not? Let's bring everybody in. So get Tim to do third Doctor.
God, Mark. It never happened. We don't want it. No, we don't want that K9. We don't want the dingo. I got you. William was the security guard in Adventures. Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And Andrew Morris. William was the security guard at the BBC offices in the Adventures in Space and Time. Yep.
Basically, he did a lot for 50th, which was great. So
just do a full Trek Time Lord crossover like Trek Through Time. Only a legit show. I mean, with Sony money, you could start from the original series and just have the Doctors.
Yeah. Because Bad Wolf did the new Trek timeline in the movies, so you could definitely have Borg meet Chris Pine and all that. So.
Potpourri washer hooves. The Tennish Doctors. Yep, when we were talking earlier about this, the spoof. Can you imagine Jamie Ingle as a squatty potty?
You want to make a superior Doctor? Yes. I even thought about that. I even thought about that. Her TARDIS should be a porta-john. So it would be perfect.
Hi.
There you go. Oh my God, we were
unicorn
commercials into it. Yes, I will let her know that. Let me timestamp that. What 40? Yeah, we're at there. I found my gold chrome markers. Good thing I wasn't on the panel tonight, still cleaning. Thanks, Tom. Knock it off, Melina.
No. Never.
I was in the pool. Yeah, there. I was in the pool. Capaldi was awesome.
He is.
I'm sorry. The chats are like jumping because I'm trying to catch up. Sorry. There we go. He deserves another season with Bill.
Yes.
I think he just deserves another season of some.
Bill definitely deserves all the seasons.
I wish he would come back. I wish he would do Big Finish.
Yeah.
Even though I would need the audio translation about what he says because I had to do that when he was on the TV series. I would love to hear a good story with Peter and his doctor, especially with Nardole.
I would love to see him bump into his character from the thick of it. And,
Dr.
Malcolm Tucker.
Malcolm Tucker and the doctor having an argument would just be one of the greatest things ever.
Oh, yes. We can't obviously we can't say the words right now here, but that'll be just
great. It'd just be so great. It would just be bleeped all on one half of the conversation and then the other half.
Was it who was in The Sopranos? I can't think of his name.
James
Soprano.
Gandolfini.
Was in the thick of it movie.
No, he was in the movie.
Right.
In the Loop. Yeah,
in the
and
Loop. There's a
and
scene between the two of them. I'm like, oh my god!
Peter,
If you want
that
a
was a
throwdown
really
of
cool scene.
words,
Peter said, okay, sorry, I'm fangirling a little bit. So Peter said that he James Gandolfini did that scene together with Armando Iannucci, who is the director and the creator of The Thick of It, and he said that he saw the guy and he looked, he's because James was a pretty big guy. But he's like a teddy bear. Like he looks like a bear, but he's like a teddy bear on the inside. And so they did this scene, and Peter was really scared because James is like they started like exchanging words, from the scene, and F this, F that, and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, like he got up, and Peter was like, "We're still improvising," but some of them. I think that scene, some of them was improvised in the movie.
really.
Yes, and it was a really
Don't ever call me English or something like that.
Yeah, don't ever.
The whole scene, it's just so brilliant between you got James Gandolfini and Peter Capaldi fighting.
James
verbal, having it out verbally. What else better can you see?
Both are Italian, so that's great. I mean,
my mom went to high school.
Huh?
My mom went to high school with James Gandolfini.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Wow.
He was the nicest guy.
Yeah, I've heard about that. He's got that tough exterior from Tony Soprano. He's got that image, but really, if you meet him, he is literally a teddy bear. I mean, he's the sweetest
he
guy
passed,
ever.
but yeah.
After that, yeah. But he was.
Sadly.
If you meet him now, you should probably run.
Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, me.
Well,
we're gonna say goodnight to TARDIS Zone and PD. Thanks for coming out here. Thanks for the support. Love you guys. Make sure to go to the TARDIS Zone. I would love to see the travels of River Song. Yeah, we did get over the
Big Finish series has been great on that.
Yeah, they really have.
Well, the Dire of River Song in Big Finish, they brought her back. I don't know if we can continue her story out because the husband's River Song was just a sweet way to say goodbye.
It could ruin it.
It's what's the word? Stretching.
Yes, John. Thank you so much.
So I think, don't hate me, but I love River, but I think I'm kind of done. Like it just feels like
I don't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. No, I'm sorry.
No, just she could be complete. That's okay. I get it.
Right.
It's like Clara. We don't need Clara back. So.
No.
Well, then it would be if they brought Ianto back because then it would just kill that scene in Children of Earth.
Right.
That was a very passionate moment. If they brought him back, I'm like, you better really have something good because that moment over there killed all of us.
It'd be like bringing Adric back. It just would,
we bring Adric back in the. One of the crazy rumors I heard was 12 specials in 2023 based around 12 Doctors. I would not be surprised. They
owe us because 50th they did one special in the 50th anniversary. They had the whole year to do whatever they could, and they gave us the one special. It was a good special, but they could have done so much more, and they really screwed up the 50th anniversary. So Big Finish hit it out of the park. They did tons of specials and and then a multi-Doctor adventure and all that, and BBC.
Don't bring Andrew back. Yes, as John says, don't forget the subscribe button. Please help us out there because anytime you like, share, comment, and subscribe, that's sending the algorithms out to YouTube. That's helping us a great deal. We're going to go to a short commercial break, and when we return, I will give my take on who should be in the 60th anniversary. Stand by.
You have more options than ever before when choosing a film, a television or internet series, a book to curl up with, or even a radio show or podcast. Get to know the people who are creating for you. The Hangin' With Web Show, hosted by award-winning author and journalist G.W. Pomacher, is the internet's fastest-growing web talk show series. The Hangin' With Web Show features professional, yet casual, in-depth interviews with creative arts and entertainment pros. Meet the people behind a digital revolution in creating more quality content than ever before in the history of media. Find the Hangin' With Web Show on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, or simply go to www.hanginwithshow.com. That's www.hanginwithshow.com. TheMassiveAudio.com.
The Massive Audio Doctor Who Bad Wolf Bluetooth TARDIS speaker. That's all I gotta say, one word. Wow, it looks like it just jumped right off the screen. Here it is in all its Bad Wolf glory. Right here is the on-off switch and the up and down volume. Right here's the speaker. The TARDIS stands about 6 inches from the bottom of the TARDIS all the way up to the top where the light is. Look at the detail. Wow.
Oh, brilliant! It's hard to believe that in the 56-year history of the greatest sci-fi television show in the English language, there has never been a fan guide to Doctor Who. The official books might give you what they think you need to know, but only a guide written by a true fan will give you what you really want to know. Join Whovian, the brilliant Mackenzie Flaw, as she takes you on an intensive journey inside the world of the first female Doctor. In the Binge Watcher's Guide to Doctor Who, Season 11. Right, let's get a shift on.
And welcome back to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil. That is Mark Muncy of Eerie Travels. Check him out on his YouTube channel as well. Are you still doing episodes every Friday?
Yeah, we've had to take a little break because I got the virus, but it'll be back soon. So,
James Ainstall over at Geek to Me Radio, who premieres every Sunday night. Check out him and his podcast over on his YouTube channel as well out there. Melina Vader, check her out on her YouTube channel. Everybody's got a YouTube channel now. And especially you've met our friends over at the TARDIS Zone and the Spacebook. Melina pops in every now and then with them. And check out Kevo over at Husbands Talking More or Less podcast, as well as Kid Riot and at Kevo Reilly, because Kevo Riley, I was just completely bonkers when I said that.
I'm Irish. It's fine.
That's okay. All right. Well, let me go ahead and let me see. We got some more others. The other Children of the Doctor in a spin-off series. Andrew continues with, what about the Fugitive Doctor?
Yes. I was thinking Joe Martin.
Joe
and
Martin
Bruce
would be
Campbell.
great. Yeah, there you go. Joe and Bruce.
Please.
I like that.
Capaldi with Ace after Ace just blew up something. That would be an incredible scene. That would be awesome.
Nothing wrong with that.
All it would be is him staring at her. He wouldn't even say a word. He'd just stare at her.
It'd be great if she's like
what's wrong?
singed the eyebrows. That would be epic.
Like Dexter's Lab. Have you seen Dexter's Lab?
Yeah.
Yes.
When the sister Dee Dee blows something up, I can imagine something like that. And like what you said, the eyebrows. If you imagine just going like silent rate with the eyebrows, would be great.
Sometimes you have to leave things other than butter spread too thin on toast.
Putting too much on. What are you saying?
What's that?
So if it spreads out too much,
if it's too much, it becomes way, it dilutes what it's trying to do. I thought it would be 3 specials next year. I think so. I don't know the actual count, but I did hear multiple episodes out there, Andrew. They had too many specials. Docu specials, and then the 50th anniversary for the 50th anniversary. Melina White Shrife. I lost you on George Costanza there. They brought back Paul McGann for the Night of the Doctor special.
That should have been on the episode.
It should have been tacked on. It should not have been the Night of the. It should have been like the intro.
Yeah, it should have been the intro before the credits. 100%.
Right.
And Andrew says, "Yeah, bring back Susan and Ian." Melina is just chatting.
Bobby Brown.
Smith comes back. Millie Bobby Brown should be in. Okay, 11 meets 11.
There we go.
And they just have a staring contest. That's it.
That's insane.
It was very similar with shaved heads.
And a lot of nosebleed. Oh, shaved head.
We're about to go into the after party, so everybody wants my take, and I'm sorry I did kind of cheat, but I wouldn't say I was cheating because I do remember from the 50th anniversary, we had an unexpected Doctor show up with only his eyeballs. So why not bring in Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor for a brief cameo into the 60th anniversary just to show up, do something, and then take off. And probably, get a big smile out of it or something like that. It's just like the
smile. I would go for the smile. He has a really great smile.
Yes. So
I
charming.
would love that. he's, and it's pardon me for fangirling just a little bit, but he's so charming. There's something so likable about him, and when he smiles, like you can see it in his eyes. You know, when you say like, what's the word? You smile with your eyes or something like that.
Yeah.
It shines, and he has a great smile. So instead of like Peter Capaldi was with the eyes and the eyebrows, right? So it could be something like with a smile, right? Should just show his smile, his brilliant smile. That would be great. That would be a great cameo.
I just see something
all
like
the best doctors are Scottish, so he's got that going for him already.
Yes.
we just have a lineup of Scottish doctors.
There we go. Get McCoy in there too. Heck yeah.
Right.
There you go. I just like see a scene where like 13 drops her sonic screwdriver and Shooty picks it up and hands it to her, and she turns to him and goes, "You look familiar," and he goes, "Yeah, I do," and then walks into his TARDIS and leaves. Something like that. I could see this. He does look a little. He does have like the charisma of Eddie Murphy, but I could see that. I could see that appeal out there. But yeah, I still like the 11-11 idea out there. Andrew, you can bring most people back in a show like Doctor Who, but some characters had perfect goodbyes, and it would cheapen them to bring him back unless it was very clearly written, not diminishing their original leaving. Yeah, like I said, if they brought Ianto back, it better be a damn good story for him to come back and to follow up, because Rose kind of pushed that envelope for me. It still worked, but it did kind of push it a little bit, you know.
But people have been saying Donna for 15 years now, so like this just felt really obvious.
So
I think
and who knows
I'm
how
sorry.
they're bringing them back. So
speaking of which, folks, we're going to continue our discussion. So stay tuned. For those of you watching on the YouTube channel and all of our social medias, please stand by. We're going to continue our discussion because we got actually more runners-up that we'll be talking about. We'll actually go over Kevo's picture because he was kind enough to put the names of all the actors and celebrities on there. So we'll go over them as well into the after party. So we'll just have this little discussion. For our friends who are listening on the audio, want to thank you for joining us. You can continue watching this. On our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page or wherever you follow us on social media. And if you are listening to our audio, don't forget iHeartRadio, sci-fi.radio, cbsradio.com, Spotify, Spreaker, Podbean, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, you can join up and you can sign up and subscribe to us as well. Don't forget our Facebook page that we have just turned over 62,000 followers and are still climbing. We're hoping to get to the big 7-0 by tomorrow, and that would be a nice thing, but we're looking like at 70,000 hopefully by fall when we get into our Halloween and our holiday specials, including our Halloween takes and everything. And Mark and I are trying to figure out something really cool with the Traveling TARDIS.
we gotta schedule it early.
We'll schedule it early.
I'm on book tour now, so it's tricky. So
like, share, comment, and subscribe. That helps our algorithms here on the YouTube channel. If you haven't popped over, just go ahead and pop over right now. Again, for our friends in the audio, thank you for joining us. For those of you who are still watching, please stay tuned. We're just going to go right into the after party. Stand by, please, and thank you for joining us. You know what? Just for the mere fact, should I run face video?
Whose?
Face video. 13 talking to 14.
Oh, that was
cute. It was. I just want to show this just to give you an idea of how beautiful this was, this moment that Faith put together out there. And to probably give you an idea of how 13 and 14 would react to each other.
I don't want to talk to when I say one. Most of the time. But the point is, Shooty-Katwa, you're going to be brilliant. You are. I've got a few things to say to you. Be kind. Be happy. Have a laugh. Have fun. Because this is an adventure of a lifetime. And you're part of that now. I'm excited to see all the new journeys we'll go. You'll go. Suck goodbye. Not really. You have proof of that. But it's hard to let go. Right, okay. Who knows? Maybe our paths will cross again. That happens quite a lot in our history. Right, I've got something for you. That is not it. I swore I put it in the pocket. That's got my mask. When I first put on this coat, it had empty pockets. And I vowed from that day on that I would have everything in my pockets. Yes, I have a mini microphone in my pocket. Who doesn't? Found a flower. And more rainbow ribbon. All right. I'm getting a shift on. She's getting antsy now. No. That's my Sonic. Swiss Army Sonic. Made out of Sheffield steel. Mainly out of spoons. I made it by myself. Can't wait to see what yours looks like. Oh! I found it! Okay, listen to this properly. Doctor, this is for you. Look after her. She'll be looking after you most of the time, but... welcome aboard. Properly.
You took cases of Coors over the time-space line, and that's called bootleggers. That ain't legal.
Oh, yeah, that's Buford T. Justice. I found him at Spooky Empire.
Nothing wrong with that.
That was actually the Spooky Empire where Burt Reynolds was.
Yep.
I think his last convention, actually, before he passed. But there was a Buford T. Justice, and he said, "Bring that TARDIS over here," and said, "Just record this video," and that's what we came up with. That's what he came up with. So let me get back to the chats out there. Let's see.
I'm surprised nobody's mentioned James Hong. I think he would be a great last, since he's getting up there, it'd be great to see him as a
First of all,
the doctors, and he'd actually be older than all of them. Which would be
first
great.
of all, Hollywood, what the hell took you so long? The guy's like almost in his 90s, and you're giving him a star in the Walk Hall of Fame. What the hell? But yeah, I think James Hong would be great. Burt Kwok, I think that was his name, with Forward to Doomsday.
Yeah,
and he played Kato in the Pink Panther movies, and it was just like, oh, well, that's
I'd love to see him as they could even bring him back as Lopan from Big Trouble in Little China.
Gotcha. Andrew continues, "I want the 12th Doctor and the 7th Doctor to interact with each other." Yes,
that'd be fun.
I should see 12 and
probably with any of them.
Yeah,
would be great. So just because he's so good at acting off of others. So
well, I just want to see 4 and 12, and just 4 basically telling him to calm down. Just like
I like our Scottish Doctor idea with Tennant, 12, and Sylvester McCoy all just going full on Scott. It would be amazing. So.
Oh God, I would love. I think however, Peter was the first Scottish actor, I mean, as in the Doctor Who, to use his accent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Sylvester was the first Scottish actor. However, he used normal, may I say, British English accent. Same with David Tennant. I don't know about Shooty. I hope he uses his accent. I hope so. I really do.
I can't remember who I heard the story from, but they said the one episode with Martha and the Jadoon, that the people on set, they kept pausing and say, "David, we need to take that line again." Every time he'd say Jadoon, because as soon as he said Jadoon, he'd go back into his Scottish accent, and it'd take him a minute to readjust.
That's so funny.
They kept having fun.
There's always words that trigger. There's always
And that you know what? It says Andrew says 12 and 10. I say 12 and 9.
Oh yeah,
that'd be
good. I would love to see that stare down between.
They might get in a physical fight.
Oh man!
I love it. So
Ever see the Doctor punch himself? You will now.
Yeah,
they're the only two that kind of really threatened violence, or at least they were going to hit somebody. What was it? The Long Game, where he said when he was locked up and said, "Take these off, you'll see how hard I can get." And 12, I think he kind of said something like, "Oh, Robin Hood." He said, "Yeah, has anybody ever punched you in the face?" He goes, "Lucky I'm here." So it looks, yeah. Gotcha. Thank you, Ramona. Walks up to 12. Don't I know you from somewhere? Yep. There you go. Nakuti giving us a teaser. Yeah.
Shooty.
Oh, Shooty. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm getting used to it. I'm sorry. I'm really getting used to it. It's but Shooty giving us a teaser there. Where is it? Oh God, the chat's jumped again. Hang on a second. Sorry. I met 2 of the Scottish doctors, Sylvester McCoy and David Tennant. I have 2 there.
They announced Davison for Pensacon.
Oh, cool.
For early next
Oh,
year.
okay, cool.
And
Pensacon usually brings in some classic.
yeah, and Tegan, who's gonna be in 50th, whose name is escaping me right now. So
All right, I know I've said this story multiple times, Andrew, but I don't know if I told you because I don't know if you're new here, but I had the great privilege of being the not guide. What am I trying to say? I had to watch Sylvester McCoy. I actually had the privilege of being a group of people that took Doctor Who actors to NASA, and there's a place where I think it's called the Lunching Pad, where it's their cafeteria, and there it is. Sylvester McCoy's walking back and forth, looking at the menu. He's just walking aimlessly, and two girls are kind of looking left and right at him, and just didn't know what to say. And he walked by them one more time, and I walked with them, and the girl stopped me and grabbed me and goes, "Is that who we think that is?" And I said, "Yes, that's Jodie Whittaker." And I walked away. So,
nice.
But they are with Crew to Who. They're a Facebook page, but they're from out of town. But it was just nice. I took Sylvester McCoy to NASA. That's all I needed to say. The next Doctors is great. The Dr. Donna. Tom coming back. God of Death could bring back anyone just because. Jimmy, the rebirth of Gallifrey. Bigfoot has a TARDIS? I guess that's on you, Mark.
That's my crowd sneaking in there. So, yeah.
Gotcha. And of course, Melina, Dan Aykroyd for the 60th, but only briefly. Who are you going to call? Somebody says. Mark says joint operations between ICM Group Captain Chunky Gilmore, Unit Lethbridge Stewart, and Torchwood Gwen Cooper, but sub episodes without the Doctor. That's so fun.
Just the three groups: Countermeasures, Unit, Torchwood. I could see that.
Conrad McFarlane, here you go, Connor. Plotline: the Doctor drops into a parallel universe, and the characters and actors get to run through the blender. Kevo's in here. Casper reference from Melina.
Exactly.
And I can't believe Faith isn't from Yorkshire.
She did excellent.
Everybody's talking in the chat. That's great. Everything.
We were bored.
Everything everywhere all at once. Shut it. It is so crazy. Oh, the movie. That's right.
Yes, that would be good.
So
I wonder if the
question.
newish.
Sure. Sorry. One of the people I was going to suggest when I was thinking about my choices was bringing back somehow Sarah Jane, but since the actors passed, they've only done that with David Bradley back to the first Doctor. What is everyone's thoughts on recasting a previous companion?
As long as they do it well. Like I said, I love in the Big Finish the guys they've got doing, Lethbridge and Pertwee are fantastic. I would have loved to see Sean Pertwee show up and play his dad. That would be
me too.
Have them team up with Joe. There we go. That'd be fantastic.
I'm with you there.
So we got David Bradley, we got Sean Pertwee playing his dad, and I guess we get one of the Troughton kids to play.
Yeah, his son's doing him now in Big Finish.
Yeah. What about that guy from Adventures in Time and Space who played the second Doctor for like the brief period?
Oh yeah, he did pretty well for a quick cameo. So
that's right, Andrew, punching out racists and Thin Ice.
That's right.
The percentage best Doctors working together.
I think it's supposed to be the 10 best.
Oh, the 10. I think the plan for Sarah Jane Adventures was for Ace to take over the group. Well, she was supposed to be in the series, but unfortunately, Elizabeth Sladen passed.
Yeah.
And now it's great that there was another series that she was supposed to be in, and then it ran out. I could have sworn, I think she was supposed to appear in Torchwood as well.
Yeah.
And didn't happen.
I would love if she could take over Sarah Jane's, take over some kind of Sarah Jane agency. That's what the what was the Bannerman Road Gang had
Bannerman Road
become,
Gang,
Right.
and now she's taken over for Sarah Jane after she passed. That'd be really cute.
Well,
Yeah,
from a,
the legacy, continuing the legacy.
Yeah.
Right?
well, she does have a charitable Earth.
Yeah.
She can always, incorporate the kids or whatnot, or she got, whatever, because she has her own adventures from at childhood's end,
Yeah.
where she continues the story. So yeah, why not pick up from that? For me personally, I don't like that I understand why they did the tribute, and it was such a touching tribute, but I just didn't think it was. I don't think Sarah Jane should come to an end. That's my personal opinion on that. I don't think.
I get that.
I think,
felt that way about Leia in Star Wars and the choices they made with Episode 9.
Yeah.
Like, I
Agreed.
wish they had just recast. I loved Carrie, but I don't think she would have wanted Leia to end, and I don't think that Liz would want Sarah to end.
I agree.
And that was the whole idea of the ending of the Sarah Jane at the very end, and the adventure continues. I forgot what phrase that they used, but the adventure never ends or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
But
I would. Yeah, let's bring in Sadie Miller.
Yeah,
Nico, let's bring her. Could she play Sarah Jane? Do you think she would?
She's done her in the Big Finish. She does it well.
But I mean, would she do it on the TV? Do you think she would be?
Especially with deepfake technology, and they got Sony money
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe. I mean, they did something like that with the actor, right? The actor? Was it the actor? I think they used. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry if I'm going a little bit off subject, but the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I think they picked an actor that looked like a little bit like Luke Skywalker, and I think they used a deep fake,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Was it somebody who looked like him, or was that actually Mark Hamill? And they did
In the first one, it was Mark Hamill, but then the second season, it was third season, it was a guy who looked like him. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, thank you. Gotcha. All right, something like that.
Yeah, where is Mr.
But yeah,
Smith?
you're
He's
right.
just
Where's
around.
Mr. Smith? Well, he turned out to be an alien overlord, so they had to destroy him. So
Christian Yorkshire is pronounced Yorkshire, not Shire. Oh,
yeah, Christian, come on, man.
Sorry, I'm from Miami. I'm originally from Miami. I'm here in Orlando.
I'm sorry, gang, but I'm gonna have to go too. I'm losing my voice again. So.
No, that's fine. Mark, feel better. Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming on over
Erie,
here.
Florida, Erie, Appalachia, out in bookstores everywhere now. So get your copy, and you can order from the website. I'm happy to sign it for you, and Carrie will draw something in it for you. And we promise no COVID when we ship it. So
Love your shirt, by the way. It's really
oh, thank you. I was going. I was how I roll. So.
And don't forget that
thanks so much.
Mark is on Eerie Travels on his YouTube channel. So
Yes,
thank you,
please
Mark, for
follow
joining
there.
us. We appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank
Let
you.
me go ahead and bring up Kevo's banner so we can talk a little bit about that.
Hey.
Where's... Oh, you know what? I moved it up. Sorry. There's the one with the actors list on there.
Oh, okay.
So out of all that, everybody, if you had one choice and here was your selection, who would you want to bring on? Get one choice.
Oof.
Who would you bring back? Who would you bring on? Or
Probably Tania Miller as the Time Lord General.
okay.
Middle row, number 2.
If anybody remembers, it's the final episodes of Peter Capaldi's
Yes.
Right.
Series 9.
Series 9.
Hellbent, right? Was it Hellbent?
Yeah, Hellbent.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So the top 10 are all people who were on before. And the middle row are all people who were on after Russell left, but everyone is someone that he has worked with since leaving Doctor Who. And so these are the actors I think we should be looking at as like people he's going to be pulling from. Like I had no idea Gwendolyn Christie was on Wizards vs. Aliens. That's crazy to me. But yeah.
Oh, is that the one with gosh, why is Brian Blessed?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I've seen it. I haven't seen it, but I know about it, and I know Brian's in there.
Well,
So-
Annette was on that. Annette Badland, who's in the top left. So
And
that's
Brian
why I
was
put
on-
her on there.
And Brian was also in Doctor Who as well, in Trial of the Time Lord series, Companions Adventure After the Doctor. There we go. Yeah, Andrew, it was 2 different young actors who played Luke, one for Mando and one for Book of Boba Fett. They hired Shamuk, a YouTube deepfake maker, to make it look near perfect. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So just got Sebastian Stan because he looks just like a young Mark Hamill.
And he's into it too. He'd love it.
So James, who out of the 15 we got out here, who would you bring into Doctor Who, either returning or for the first time?
As I'm looking this over, I can't help thinking that it would be absolutely incredible to see Emma Thompson come in as the newly regenerated Romana.
Oh my God!
Yes, that would be awesome.
So that is my pick.
Frankly, or even the Ronnie.
Oh yeah, that would
She
be
could
good
do
too.
that.
Yeah, but Emma Thompson in anything. I love that that movie, that series she was just in with Mindy Kaling. She's great in that, but she's got the comedy, she's got the drama. She's just an absolutely brilliant actor. So Emma Thompson in anything, but yeah, that'd be my choice to bring her back as either a newly regenerated Romana or, as he said, the Ronnie would be great.
Got John Brewer here who says, have Hugh Grant come in as a Time Lord, possibly the meddling monk? I could see that. I can actually see that. I could see that. Rufus Hound plays the meddling monk, believe it or not, in Big Finish, and he does an excellent job of doing it. So I could see those kind of character features and both of those guys to do the meddling monk. So he could have some fun with that. Melina, who would you bring in or bring back from these 15?
I don't know. This is a little bit off topic, but Keely, I think I'm pronouncing her name right. Keely Hawes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That name sounds very familiar.
She was in Time
Heist with Peter
Time
Capaldi.
Heist. She was the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's her. That's her.
Parabraxis.
That is her.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, that's her. And I think she was in Time Heist, right? With she played the the villain, right? The villainess, whatever, right? Was that her? Yes, that's her. Yes. Oh my God. I think I would love her to come back in somewhere, shape or form. I don't know. I don't care. But I love that character. Now I'm a little sucker when it comes to
look at Mark's suggestion for Keely.
what
Bring her back as the Ronnie too.
Mars. Oh man, I think it would be great. And I think because I'm a big Tomb Raider fan, and I think her voice sounded familiar. And she actually was the voice actress of Lara Croft from the first reboot. You know, there's 2 reboots. She did the first reboot because the second reboot was the actress who was, I think, in some other, I forgot the name of the show, Grey's Anatomy. I think she's there. I don't know what show she's in, but yeah, I think Keely Hawes and whatever. I'm gonna break the rules. I'm gonna pick Hugh. Hugh Grant will be Hugh Grant. Yeah, Hugh Grant will be pretty interesting, though. I don't know why a lot of people see him as like the Doctor, but I could probably see him maybe as a villain.
He has actually played one technically.
Yeah, that's why I put him in there.
Because he has this little charm. There's some kind of like a evilish maybe charm that he could play really good. So that's the way I see it. But yeah, I think the end. That's it.
Well, I like that Kevo brought in Hugh Grant because he played the Doctor for the in that trailer. I'm thinking
technically
not Death Comes to Time. What? If anybody knows it, please put in the chat, please. I'm sorry. But yeah, he was in the Doctor Who spoof. He was the final Doctor before the Doctor regenerated into Joanna Lumley. And I'm trying to buy some time because I'm trying to remember what that show episode was called. Oh, The Curse of Fatal Death. There we go. The Curse of Fatal Death. He played the Doctor. And I could see what you mean by that charm because the meddling monk in one episode of Big Finish, which I thought was phenomenally a great device. He managed to convince one of the Doctor's companions to turn on him using that charm. And I think Hugh Grant would be perfect to do that. I even think somebody like, yes, he was in the comic relief. Thank you. Thank you, John. Hoist the Fatal Death. Love it. So yeah, so the Curse of Fatal Death, he was in there, but he would have that charm. Yeah, I would even go as far as he won't do it, but Anthony Hopkins being the meddling monk. Because if he has that charm that we've known from his character, from his Hannibal, and he can always use that to just convince the companion. Or one of the things that the monk does so well is he challenges the Doctor's very moral compass to the core. And actually, in the 8th Doctor series, actually used it against him, where he had to make a decision between a spaceship full of people and his companion. And it tragically hurt the Doctor because the choice he made, spoilers, he made for the companion, and the Ice Warriors, who were the villains of that, they wiped out the people in the ship, and the Doctor's companion turned against him. Just like, how would you even decide that those people were less important than me? He goes, no, it's not the case. And the way he phrases it, I wish it's a great story. I'll try to see if I can remember it. But it has the Ice Warriors in it, and basically he was basically saying, you're my responsibility to this point. And he has to make these decisions, and it's not the easiest decision. But she couldn't interpret that because she was getting over the fact that all these people died in her place. And that's the thing I loved about Monk in Big Finish audio, because he could really just take it to the Doctor, whereas the Master's just kill her. The Monk really knows how to take the knife and twist it into his moral compass, and I like that.
Do you remember the name of that Big Finish story?
I will find it if anybody wants to continue the conversation.
No, I can look it up. I thought you might know it off.
It's
love the Doctor's adventures in the Big Finish, so I was going to see.
It is. It's a 2-part episode, and it also, I think the first episode has David Warner in it.
Oh wow!
Oh
yeah, he's in the.
He's Ra's al Ghul from Batman.
Yep, and Evil in Time Bandits, which I remember him, and I will always love him in that.
And also in Titanic.
Have you seen Hugh in Paddington 2 is ideal for the meddling monk? I have not even seen the Paddington movies yet.
Oh, Hugh worked with Peter Capaldi as well in the movie In the Lair of the Worm, I think it's called. Hugh Grant with I think it's like a horror movie, I think, of some sort. If anybody confirm that for me. I think Hugh Grant worked with Peter Capaldi before. The Layer of the Worm, something like that it's called. Sorry, just that was random.
That's fine.
That was me kind of like thinking out loud, just remembering things.
No, it's okay. I was trying to buy time to find that episode unless somebody wants to look. I forgot, it was something like The Rise of Mars or something. But it's a 2-part episode. Who would I bring? First of all, Matt Lucas, that weight loss, he looks like a different person altogether. He doesn't even look. He looks like Matt Lucas's brother. I don't know why I'm saying this. I know it's biased. I wouldn't want Annette Badland to come back because we've had her on the show before. But if I had to pick, for whatever reason, I would pick Jessica Hines. But I wouldn't. I wouldn't put her in the character of the Doctor's wife from the Family of Blood. I would put her into a new role altogether. In fact, I would probably make her the companion of Trudy, and those two knock it out.
That'd be an interesting dynamic, having a companion who was seems older than the Doctor, but not like Wilf.
Yes.
Just older.
Okay.
Older.
Mature, right?
More mature. Yes. And she would be a good dynamic to take, just like I see Shooty just kind of having that zest for. I don't know how his interpretation is going to be. He could be a grumpy old man for all we know.
I don't
But
think
I kind of see that he's going to probably be like zest for life, all smiles, seeing everything in the universe is just like, the same way that I mentioned about the Eighth Doctor. There could be like a pile of snot on the floor, but he sees beauty in it in the same way. And I'm hoping that I think Shooty will probably bring that back into the Doctor, where
I think he will.
we see disgust and things he could see beyond that.
You can see
and
the
look
beauty. Yeah.
exactly. I wonder if BBC Bad Wolf Production ever watch this show and use our ideas from the show. Hey, all I'm saying is just give us a little credit. That's all I'm saying. If we come up with these ideas, you just say, hey, we did catch it from these guys over here. Everybody, we've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you, James. Thank you, Melina. Thank you, Kevo. We're going to wrap it up, and thank all of you. Don't forget, as you can see at the bottom, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share, comment. That's how we get the algorithms going. That's how we get this podcast to help out and grow. We're up to 2,200 subscribers, and we can't do this without you. And don't forget, if you want and you want to help to financially help us grow, we take super chats as well as super thanks at the very bottom. Again, right now, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this. Facebookpage.com, The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. We're, again, 62,000 followers.
Nice.
Not tuning my own horn, but how? Wow. Ha. Yay. And we just celebrated our 10th anniversary as the existence of The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. But you know what, gang? I think in October, if I'm not mistaken, I'll check it out again. I think we're going on our 5th year of the podcast.
Yeah.
So not bad. Because, we started the day before Jodie premiered. And I think that was 5 years ago. So we might have a little bit of a celebration, but we'll check it out there. Any last words from everybody here before we go?
Peter Capaldi. That's it.
That's
Happy Pride.
That's it. That's all I have to say.
What's that?
Happy Pride. That's all.
Happy Pride.
Oh yes, definitely. For I had the honor to, and I'm sorry if this is boasting in any way. It's not meant to be like that. My best friend, he came out a couple of years ago, and I'm sorry for. It's not about me, by the way. I'm not making this about me. And he was scared because he didn't think that I was gonna support him, and I was like, I love you no matter what, really, because it's been friendship of 15 years. And so I've done some photography like as a hobby. And I always wanted to do like engagements as well. And my first engagement photo was him and his fiance, his
fun.
And so that to me is like really, for me, it's a big honor for me that he asked me to do. So it's going to be not only my first engagement photo shoot, but first same-sex couple photo shoot. So, and it was an honor that my best friend and his fiance asked me for that. So definitely, while I was taking those photos, you can see the love that they share, and that to me, I don't know, it makes me feel happy. So definitely for Happy Pride every single day, every month, all 365 days the year.
And hire Melina for photography.
Yeah, you can hire me for photography. I will never say no about that. And I'll always be behind you, whatever you need. I'll always got your back. So definitely all love for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor is love.
And James, over at the Geek to Me Radio, tell us a little about where can they catch you and what time can they catch you?
We do a live radio show every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. We usually do video, depending if my executive producer is there to shoot the video. We do it on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. If you just find Geek to Me Radio and subscribe there, on Twitter at Geek to Me Radio, Instagram at Geek to Me Radio. The logo looks something like that.
Yep.
And we've even got the
nice.
Doctor right there.
That's great.
Right there on
That's
the side.
awesome.
So check us out. We've got a lot of stuff coming up in July and August. So hopefully you'll like what we do.
And I just got to make this. I just got to say this because don't think I didn't catch this Cyborg T WHO WHOniverse. Thank you. We got our super chat for tonight. $2 British pounds. Thank you, Cyborg. Thank you so much. There. And just because of our hashtag guru, the Reverend Amagon, check him out on his YouTube channel. Give him a subscribe. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We are not going to be here next week. We're going to have a special episode as everybody's going to be resting up for the July 4th weekend. We will have the edited version of our 10th anniversary over at MegaCon, an edited version developed by MegaCon itself and edited by Dave Chapman from the rathole.ca. I'm sorry, I was just saying this, and Andrew, thank you. Yeah, the Resurrection of Mars is what I was looking for. There's an episode before that. I think it's the Diaz or the Deas. Demos, thank you. Yes. See, our fans are so cool. Thank you so much, and they take good care of us out there. So Cyborg, thank you. You are awesome as well, and everybody out there is awesome. So next week, be on the lookout because Tuesday we will have another episode. It will just be our 50th anniversary, and thanks. What's the special?
Hello, it's
you know what? These guys do such a wonderful job on and off the show. They need a break. So I'm giving them a break. And you'll get to see the Fan Expo version of our 10th anniversary at the creator stage at MegaCon. So thank you all so much. Don't forget to say goodbye in the chats because we're going to put you out there. So thank you next time. Everybody, take care of yourselves. Bye for now. And again, as I always say in the hashtag, be part of the legend.